Call me. Start with the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, which is the republic. All right, clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Carr,
Here.
Alderman Roll,
Here.
Alderman Johnson, Alderman Montoya, Alderman Rita, Alderman Fairwell,
Here.
Alderman McGee. You're present.
I know 3 aldermen reached out, so they couldn't make it tonight, but we have 4 for a forum, including myself. Nothing's been voted on tonight. So. Any public comment? Any public comment? Public comment?
Good evening. Some of you may know or not know me. I am Deborah Perry Gardner. I reside at 2420 Oak Street in Blue Island. I'm a resident of Blue Island for the last 45 years, born and raised. Went to public schools, private schools here, and was involved in every school imaginable. I'm here to talk about the parking that we have an issue with on Oak Street. The block that I live on has many, many seniors. We have many, many older people as seniors, and we have many people that have handicaps or special needs. The issue that we're having, as you may all know, because I'm sure you've heard it before, is the Cook County Medical Building. Now, I know that some are to the right, the left, but guess what? We're all Blue Island. I am for this town, and we are all Blue Island. Thank you. It is my understanding that 127th Street is Cook County. Am I correct? That is not owned by the county. That is owned by,
We're not going back and forth, but it's not a county road.
okay, not a county road. So Oak Street is a residential street. Correct? Okay. On several occasions, myself, my neighbor, and other neighbors have witnessed these patients, employees, doctors, nurses, cleaning crew, vandalize the street, urinating, throwing out their garbage, yelling and screaming when we ask them politely to please move their automobile because we need to park there. I understand that the parking situation is a bit crazy, and I do understand that there is a parking lot on Western Avenue, but unfortunately, it's not being utilized to its full potential. There are a couple of ideas that I do have that we can alleviate all of this. Number one, can we have a shuttle that picks up these patients and or doctors, nurses, or whatever staff is there to bring them to their location? That would alleviate the problems that the residents of Oak Street is having. Number two, patients that park on Oak Street several times have parked in the handicap spot that is designated for my mother, who is 75 years old and has been a resident of Blue Island for 75 years. I am her sole caregiver. I left corporate America, the banking industry, in 2017 to take care of her full time because she needed me, and that is what you do for your family. I would do it over and over again, and I would do it for any of these people up here because we're all Blue Island. When I cannot pull up in front of my house to pick up my mother, to take her to the doctor, to take her to physical therapy, which is right on Western, to take her to DMARS, which she loves to go to. That is a problem. Now, it is my understanding that the city, county, whomever, has not figured out the parking situation from the alley on towards Western. There are 3 residents that are on that street from the alley to Western. So you have 2 apartments that are in the old cab building. You have residents that are above State Farm. These people have nowhere to park as well. I'm not gonna come up here and yell and scream because that's normally my demeanor. I'm very calm right now because this is a calm topic, but the amount of times that I've had to ask people to move and I'm getting yelled at and I'm getting things thrown at me and I'm having curse words thrown at me. What is your first impression? Well, you're gonna scream back, but I can do it correctly. I can do it correctly. But there is a point where correctness is not an option anymore. The fact that I have to get cones, the giant cones that you buy, that you have to park when you have construction, to get parking for my residents on my block is absolute bullshit. It's not right, and it's not Blue Island. So I come before you after talking to Bill, my alderman, and showing him exactly what the issue is, to do something. We need parking for these residents. We need more resident-only parking signs. We need a sign for the businesses in Blue Island. State Farm has been there for over 60 years. That is a building of a business. Severo Pedrosa, who is the agent there, has several customers who are elderly. Not only does he walk them outside, he personally, when able, drives them in his own automobile to their cars, wherever they had to park. The employees do their best to park wherever they can, and I have all their information, and many of them are Blue Island residents who have a Blue Island city sticker. So we need to make something happen. We need to make something happen now. I suggest getting signs outside that say State Farm parking only, maybe 15, 20 minutes. I know exactly where it should go. I have a suggestion and demanding, not even a suggestion, demanding that we get more residential signs. I know there's some places that have residential permit parking only. It's just not gonna work. Because you have businesses and you have families all on that area. So more residential only parking signs on Oak Street would be great. Because, you know, oh, I didn't read that. Well, because there's not enough signs. And I know when everything started, it was kind of like, okay, we have this brand new business in Blue Island, which is great. Okay, I'm all for affordable healthcare, especially me. I'm a type 1 diabetic who has had 2 transplants. Okay, I was diagnosed at the age of 8. So medical is very important to me, and finding affordable medical is also important to me. But it's also the respect of the people that are coming to this medical facility to get the medical help that they need. I am all for respect, but I do not give respect unless I get respect in return. That is how I was raised. I was raised to give you the shirt off my back, the last $5 in my pocket, and to go to war with anybody who is disrespectful to my family, to my neighbors, or to my friends. Thank you.
Chief Warren, you guys touch base and we can have a side meeting maybe in the future soon.
So, yeah, I have talked to her and I do have some thoughts that I can help.
Good, I think we got a, work with the police department and work on see if we can figure out some kind of. Solution. Any other public comment?
Evening, Alan Seagull. We need more of this, more of an open exchange of opinions. Certainly, we need enough of this taxation without representation. This is not working as you want. Residents want to come to these meetings and be part of the city. I understand that. We want to be like that. They're stakeholders, right, stakeholders? I, walked all four corners of the city and I'm talking to the residents. And, they feel uncomfortable coming here. The current state of what things are. They feel they're not wanted. They don't feel like real stakeholders. I'm going to share with you their thought. Whatever I have to buy with me. Give me something. You see the line item on the appropriation for lead water pipes in the island? I guess we have a point now, that's right. You see the line item for legislative council. The legislative council, you have legislative council. You and all the division. Our 410 all of them. They do legislative council. It's only fair. There should be a line item for this. There's talk about having another TIF district. And I think we have too many TIFs. There's not enough transparency. The money needs to go to general fund. Currently, Tilson, Chicago, is facing the reality of the effects of a TIF district. Their taxes are so high, they can't afford to live there, and they're forced to move. Facing the reality of a TIF district. Blue Island is a sanctuary city. Did the city accept any monies for the migrants? And is there a line item in the appropriation for the migrants? I'm talking federal money, state money, county money, for any donations. The payroll register, the last time it was updated on the website was November 13th, 2020. There's no transparency in this administration. This administration is 11 years old. Accounts payable last time was updated was April 14th, 2021. We used to come to these meetings, they would open up all the accounts, all the bills, check them, the citizens would check, see where the money's being spent. All these improvements over the last couple of years are great. I'm all for it. Where did the money come from? We need to explain at the meetings. Where did the money come from? That's what we need to do. I would like to have a comment. I'm asking the city council to work to open our hospital as a complete functioning hospital. State Rep Bob Uda failed us. Governor Pritzker failed us. Springfield failed us. I hope the city council does not fail us. That's what I hope. Most people have gone and the same thing. If the county would have took over St. Francis, we would have all these problems today. No foresight. Saying the hospital functioning is our future. That's our future, the long-term plan, not short-term. It's long. The election's next year. It's coming quick. We need a hospital. Show the residents what you did for your 4 years. Show them that you opened up the hospital. That's what's really important. Hey, Bob, what are your Monday through Friday business hours here in the city? 7 to 3, 8 to 4, 9 to 5. What are your hours? I'm not talking about the administrators that we're paying a fortune for, to administrators following each other. what are your hours where people can come and talk? We need you to have regular hours. You know, this is not corrupt, telling the township government, where a person can sit there for 8 years being a tax assessor, getting a full salary, and a full pension. This is city government. It acts differently. I'll stand there if anybody has any questions for me. Has there been any news on the Ranchito robbery last week? Anybody get arrested on that? Once again, I'm asking the alderman to work to open up the hospital. You made administrators. We didn't vote for administrators, we voted for aldermen. We're not a direct form of government, we're an aldermanic form of government. Weak mayor, strong alderman. That's our form of government. Currently, there's very little work the aldermen do, and their role is merely perfunctory. I'm asking you to go back to the old way we used to have our government here. Finance meetings, police meetings, fire meetings. So there's transparency. Right now, there's no transparency. Everything's a big secret. Thank you.
Any other public comment?
Hi, my name's Gary Cole, I guess I'll just say my opinion. I live on the corner of Western. I mean, it's sort of hard and sad because, you know, you're a prisoner in your house until like 3 or 4 o'clock, because you know, by 4 o'clock, they're gonna leave. So you have to, because all I want to do is go to the store and come home like everybody else. But then, you know, you can't, even like me, I wanted to take my groceries out of my car. Hopefully I don't get a ticket because I'm going to park here where it's not legal, but I just want to put the groceries in. And, because there's many cars or my laundry, then, okay, so you go to the store at 3 o'clock, come back home by 4, okay, that's cool. Okay, it's like a ghost town right now, because I just drove by it, there ain't no cars on the street. It just hurts, because then I have to rush home again before 5. So, because when State Farm leaves, I wanna park by my house. And if I'm not there, the cleaning guy will park there. And he's the one that, will urinate. I have the camera. Because I started putting the camera there because I wanted sort of try to scare him and chase him away. He does eat dinner. When he leaves, he'll open the door and he'll throw the garbage out. I took it and put it back in the parking lot. But, because I'm angry, but I mean, I know it's hard to say you can't because you haven't decided what to do at that corner, but I just wanted to say the things that you know, the people that have to go through. I said, all I want to do is go home. Like, one day I did get to talk to that guy that owned that car. Or it wasn't him, some lady was walking. And I said, whoever owns this car, could you just tell him not to park here? And she was walking to that car. So I said, she said, well, we work here. And I said, yeah, but I live here. All I want to do is, you know, park in front of my house like everybody else. But they all put that. That's all, I just wanted to say my opinion. How that situation is on that corner. You know, I hate to like hurry up home, you have to hurry up home just so you can park. Cause he doesn't leave till 11:30. So in order to park there, I have to wait till 11:30 and then I can move my car. Anyway. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Under mayor's reports, I mentioned all the aldermen already about moving the committee meeting going forward to Thursday after the first Tuesday meeting. And I had an issue with that, so that'll be effective in May. Fair housing ordinance update regarding fines and fees owed to the city. In the packets, the only part they're changing, or the recommending to change is K, the underlying section. Unpaid fines and fees shall be unlawful for the property seller to obtain a certificate of compliance for the sale of commercial or residential property within the city, which there are outstanding fines or fees owed to the city. All outstanding fines and fees must be paid by the seller prior to the city's issuance of a certificate of compliance. Is there any, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, the long story short is, we have been operating, upon our arrival in May 21, we were operating the past practice that if, somebody files an intent to sell their property, sell their apartment, sell their home, whatever, that they have, that our internal process is where that they have to swear if they own water. We came to find out we don't have it spelled out in the city code that way, and so this is have to take care of, it catches up with our practices, we think that it's good practice, make sure people swear they're going to sell a property. Because we have come to situations where people buy property and it got past us or not proper steps were taken, and then it's, $5,000 water bill on the property that you already purchased. That's, so we want that addressed before the sale, not after.
Any comments, concerns regarding that language change or revision? And then the food trucks is basically a new application regarding food trucks, similar to the 8 application we submitted a few meetings ago. If there's any comments or concerns, it basically matches our ordinance. I don't know if the attorney wanted to speak on this at all.
No, it's just, to make you aware that we have received inquiry, so we may be seeing food trucks in the future. We did update our ordinance regarding food trucks. I put that in the packet as well. And we'll make sure that the application they fill out, mirrors that ordinance.
Yeah, we passed that ordinance a year ago last April. Alderman Johnson.
Yes, on the food trucks, is that for like, if you're a resident of Blue Island and you own food truck business, or are we talking about like people coming through with their food trucks to different locations?
I think it could be either or. They have to go through a permitting process, and our health inspector will make sure that everything is, up to par with their mobile unit, things like that, before they're allowed to sell food.
I do remember when we passed this last year, we definitely debated this a lot before doing it. So, Alderman, if you want to review it and you see an issue with it, I think we can always amend this.
Okay.
And that's why the attorney added the ordinance we passed last year into this packet. This is just a form that matches the ordinance.
I know we had an ordinance in place for like people couldn't solicit, because we had some people take advantage of seniors and things of that nature, and some kidnappings and things of that nature. So I was wondering, was this kind of like impeding on that law as well?
I don't think so. I think they're two separate issues. We've dealt with some solicitor issues in recent months, so we've utilized that new ordinance to deal with that as well.
Okay. Any other questions or comments from the Alderman? We do have an executive.
Sorry, we have Alderman Thomas say a couple of quick things. Well, one is just to follow up on what Debbie Perry said. I see she talked to the chief. I'll follow up with them. I think there's some possible resolutions to that. And secondly, I just wanted to kind of repeat from last night that, we had this draft, I guess, procedures and applications for the real estate 6B and 8. I've looked it over. I'm happy with it myself, and it could always be amended. So I'd like to see it come back up when we get this passed.
So we were going to mention that in executive. Administratively, we just always show you the forms. If there's any issue, we don't vote on the actual forms. We use the clerk's office.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is this, also, is this what we use?
Yeah, if there's any issue, we did not put it out there yet. If there's no issue, we were going to do it
Oh,
after.
it's something I got it. Okay, great. Thank you.
If there is any issue, though, please just let us know before I make a bunch of copies of that.
Yeah, no, I'm good with it.
We were going to make it effective after this week.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, Alderman, comments, concerns? Now we need a motion to go into executive session. Motion by Alderman Fairwell, second by Alderman Roll. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Wait for me. Yeah.
No, I'm good. Ooh. Hey, they're not happy.
All right, an executive session, all right, motion to, open up regular session, Alderman Johnson, Alderman Roll, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
In executive, we did evident probable litigation and some updates. And is there a motion to adjourn? Chair wants to call the car, all in favor, say aye. Next month, we will switch over to the Thursday after the first Tuesday. I'll send reminders out before we get to that. Thank you.
So that means we can't hang out with you.